Republican voter fraud has now been confirmed. We know that it's the Republicans who are saying we need to have all sorts of voter ID laws because it's those on the left who are committing the voter fraud. Well, it turns out it's not the case. The Republican Party has hired a fraudulent voter registration company to destroy the voter registrations of Democrats. This is unbelievable. The name of the company is Strategic Allied Consulting, okay? And it's the latest creation of a known con artist, Nathan Spruill. He's a longtime paid political consultant of Mitt Romney's. He is a longtime Republican operative, and he's a voter fraud expert. And the North Carolina Republican Party has now fired the shady voter registration firm that Spruill owns. It came as Democrats in North Carolina were on the brink of denouncing the Republican ties to this very, very shady firm, also joining Florida. No surprise, Lewis, in Florida that voter fraud is going on. Why is that? Well, it's funny. Republican Governor Rick Scott going through incredible lengths to suppress the votes of many legal American voters, and at the same time, it's the Republicans who are all caught up in the voter fraud. Yeah. I guess we shouldn't be surprised. It's projection. It's projecting on the other that which you are doing yourself, projecting on the left voter fraud when it is really the right that is engaged in voter suppression.
Of course, and when Bush was running for his second term, remember all the chaos that happened in Florida there.
Absolutely.
It never ends with Florida.
This is a company that has been accused of destroying Democratic voter registration forms as well as changing information on those forms in election after election, state after state, year after year. And this was, Spruill was hired for similar operations for Bush Cheney in 2004. As producer Louis Mohammad mentioned, by McCain Palin in 2008, and by Mitt Romney's campaign as of late 2011. Fascinating. Fascinating. On Wednesday, there was an interview done with the Palm Beach County Supervisor of Elections, Susan Boucher, and she described some of the, quote, similarities in the signatures and certain characteristics in the applications that were very disturbing on these applications that were being received from Spruill's firm. We know the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's accuse the left of doing this. Let's accuse the left of having the dogs vote and the illegal immigrants vote, which of course illegal immigrants would vote for Democrats. And then let's actually hire multi-million-dollar billing consulting firms to do the exact same thing for us. Incredible.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not going to make major news. This should be a scandal. This should be all across the board. I mean, remember what happened when Pennsylvania House Republican Mike Turzai spoke about voter ID? If you don't remember what he said, this is what he said. Take a listen to this, Lewis.
Voter ID, which is going to allow Governor Romney to win the state of Pennsylvania. Done.
That's right. It's no secret. It's no secret, even though we hear from the right constantly that it's the left, that you need voter ID because all these people are going to show up and vote for, they're other people, they're not citizens, they're voting for dead people. But then you've got a Republican on the record, a high-level Pennsylvania Republican in a contested state saying voter ID is why Mitt Romney is going to win. It's not going to be his tax plan. It's not going to be his...
It has nothing to do with his policy.
It has nothing to do with his policy. It's just voter ID, which is code for voter suppression. They're on the record, ladies and gentlemen. We shouldn't be surprised.
Nope.
And now this is what we're seeing. You've got to know about this stuff. It's incredible. People are going around there thinking it's just an election. People vote.